Hey guys, Jason McCune here with Insideline Connect. Welcome to the 2023 Media Camp that I try and do annually, and we're at Cahuilla Creek MX. It's beautiful. It's a November afternoon, and what we're doing is we're bringing together some great media people, editors and ad reps and a whole different walks of life here. We're bringing them together with some brands. I've got some companies that have come down from Northern California, Reno, Idaho, and then some local brands here in Southern California as well. And we're basically connecting them to the media folk and getting face to face and spending a little quality, intimate time together.
Hey, Eric here with Motion Pro. Happy to show you some of our new stuff. All products to maintain, service, restore your bike. Cool tools, trail tools, tire irons, chain tools, suspension, full service. So we really have products that are kind of for everybody, the weekend warrior and the service tech. We have some cool new stuff here today. There's a lot. I guess our first one would be our T6 combo lever, which is a tire iron axle wrench combo. It has a 3/8 adapter. This is our new 30mm size, which would fit the latest KTM Husqvarna bikes. This is a 3/8 insert for it, and really the goal is to lighten your trail pack, reduce the amount of tools you need to bring with you, and enjoy your ride, I guess. And so here's a pair. We sell them in a set or individual, but essentially that gives you 2 tire irons to do a tire change. The Trail Bead Buddy, I guess, complements these, which this is our trail version in comparison to our shop toolbox version. Speaking of chain tools, we have our classic folding handle chain tool. This has been around forever. Great item just for breaking your chain, great item for the toolbox. To pair it with kind of current chains, there are a lot of press on, press off master links. So this is a simple tool that you could pair these two up. The only thing is you can't rivet a chain with these two. We would go to our PBR to do something like that, more of a shop feature. This is our latest chain tool, which is our ADV Trail Task chain tool. It's an aluminum body with steel inserts. The goal was to lighten it up. It's 8 ounces altogether. It comes in this handy little trail pack that keeps everything handy, and you can throw some extra links in there. And so really for the tool bag, for the panniers, it's a nice option. So I wanted to introduce you guys to our latest 0 to 60 PSI digital gauge. And you may have seen this before, but the biggest update in recent is this new bleeder button. And that really allows a nice ergonomic feel to bleed out air, but it also will bleed out the air fast and allow you to bleed down the tire to your tire pressure. So you go and set your tire bead, and you may be at 40, 50 PSI, and you could bleed down to your 12, 13 setting really quick in comparison to the old version.
Hey guys, Sandro here with Galfer Braking Systems. Today we're showing off some of our off-road products. Galfer makes brake pads, rotors, brake lines for everything. For whether it's a Harley, GSXR, a FZ10, or CRF 450 or KX 500, it doesn't really matter, we have it all. In particular, we have several different brake pad compounds, semi-metallic compounds, sintered compounds, full race brake pad compounds. All of the rotors that we make, they're all 420 high carbon stainless steel. They're double disc ground, laser cut. Slightly different than your stock rotors would be. Stock rotors are usually stamped units. These ones are really high-end, finished, heat treated for every specific type of riding situation. So if you're running on a GSXR 1000 or you're running on a CRF 450, the rotor is going to have a different process on the heat treatment process. But the material itself and the way we work these rotors, they're always the same.
What's the advantage of that versus over stock?
A lot more feel, a lot better performance. It gives you a lot more braking response on the system. When you're stamping a rotor, the rotor ends up somewhat warped. Not warped, but it ends up somewhere like around 4,000 to 6,000 on flatness. Our rotors are all of them are 1,000th of an inch flatness. It's really flat. So it gives you, just every time anyone rides it, whether it's a bicycle or whether it's a downhill racer, it's like you get on the brakes and you can feel right away the difference with the Galfer product. We've been making brake pads since 1952, rotors since the early 90s. Steel braided brake lines, it's something also that we do a lot of. They're all made here in the States, in Carson City, Nevada. These guys have lifetime warranty. Every brake hose that we design and engineer, we bring in the bike. We take the entire OEM system off, and then we design and engineer and do all the drawings for the Galfer brake lines. They have little tiny things such as like telling you which one is a master cylinder end. The brake fittings are all pre-positioned, so you no longer have to turn and position and say, oh well, is this one side or the other? No, this is all
it's direct replacement.
Yeah.
OEM, just buy it and install it. That's sweet.
Really good feel on the brake lines, of course. There's no expansion compared to a rubber hose. So overall, when it comes to brakes, regardless of what you ride, most likely we've got you covered.
My name is McKenna. I'm the office manager at Guts, and we're located in Northern California. One thing that we really wanted to highlight today is our wing seat cover. So the wing seat cover has pieces of Phantom lightweight seat foam sewn into the sides of the cover. So this seat cover can be put over your OEM foam or the stock height foam. So you don't need a separate foam to utilize the wing seat cover. So the pieces are just sewn right into the cover so they're not exposed, and it staples on just like any other seat cover. We do have the OEM colors offered for these. Yamaha came out with a purple seat version, so that's why we have the purple as one of our listed colors now. And then black for all of them, and then what their OEM color is. So for KTMs, it would be the dark KTM blue and orange, and then Honda would be red and black, and then Cowies would be KX green and black. And then we also have our Velcro seat. So it's just a different way that the seat cover adheres to the base in the foam. So each Velcro cover has a specific type of Velcro pieces that go to each base, so they're made specifically for each model. And then there's just a diagram on here, and it's pretty straightforward. You place them exactly around the edges of the base. We do recommend throwing a few staples in the Velcro pieces that stick to the base, but it's not necessary, which makes it pretty convenient for someone who doesn't have the materials and they don't want to buy an air compressor and a staple gun and all of that stuff. So if you don't want to, you don't have to, and we haven't had any issues with it staying on, because once it's adhered and bolted onto your bike, it's not going anywhere. Cool. And then our Phantom seat foam is our lightweight seat foam. So this is the same material that's in the wing pieces of the wing seat. And this is lighter than our OEM type foam, and then also the OEM foam that comes stock on the bike. So you can just hold it, and so this is our poured Guts foam, and then this is our poured Phantom foam. Cool. So our standard foam is slightly heavier than the OEM that comes on the bike, but our Phantom foam is still lighter than both. One new thing that we've added to our lineup this year is our e-bike completes. So this is a Sur-Ron complete, and we also have Teleria completes, and then the Segway shares the Sur-Ron complete, so we have those too. Our e-bike completes actually come with Velcro automatically. So they don't have the Velcro patch, the same patch as the other seat that you saw, but they're all this way just because of the ease of install. A lot of the e-bike community is not part of the motocross community, so like I said before, a lot of people don't have the resources and materials to do it. And then our most popular ordered item for the e-bikes is a complete, just because it's just so much easier to unbolt your seat and just bolt one on. So you don't have to deal with like prying off your foam, restapling the cover, that whole thing.
Who knows how good a quality those are.
Right, and then this is $139.99, all installed, ready to go.
Yeah,
the bigger bikes are more expensive, but yeah, so it's a pretty good option. I would say the next popular thing is just a regular seat cover, and then they just Velcro it right on.
My name's Chris Cooley. I'm from CCR Sport. We're a business that's been around now for, I think, around 26 years or so. It all started with this product right here, the CCR Sport Bed Buddy Moto Rack. Designed by rider for riders. I was a guy that used to, beat up and down California highways, hauling my dirt bikes from track to track on a daily basis, and needed a better mousetrap to get my bikes there safely. And what these racks do is they reinforce the bulkhead of your truck, keeps you from bowing the bulkhead into the cab, which happens quite a bit. Guys tie their bikes down pretty tight and bows the cab in, or the bulkhead into the cab. So the rigidity of the bar and the track here prevent that from happening. But the main thing is the wheel chocks right here. Your wheel sits in this little slot here, and it holds the wheel in place, because what happens, as most of you guys know, is you're driving down the highway, hitting bumps, and the front wheel starts doing the little dance across the front of the bulkhead. When it does that, the tie downs become slack, the bike's leaned over. Next thing you know, the tie down's popping off the hook and all hell breaks loose. So this really was the problem solver for that. Having a center tie down hook is key, especially when you're hauling multiple bikes. You're no longer having to crisscross tie downs, route them over front wheels, route them through spokes, trying to find those, you know, really inconvenient little factory hooks down on the floor.
It's always in the right spot if it's in the middle.
100%.
Right angle.
100%. Yeah. So this does, it puts the tie down angle at a really good attack angle to stabilize the bikes. A few years ago, I redesigned another product of mine and kind of came up with what we call the hybrid. The hybrid does the same exact same thing as the bed buddy. It reinforces the front of the bed, it holds your front wheel in place, gives you adequate tie down points. The neat part about it is, though, it's fully adjustable. You can take the parts on and off of it. You don't have to slide them out the ends. They come right out the face of the rack. And this design here, I call this the Motovice wheel chock, is that you can adjust the width. Nice. So if you've got a skinny little 10-speed tire or a fat tire, you can accommodate it and adjust it specifically, and you can adjust it basically on the fly. So
Sport bikes, adventure bikes,
yep.
whatever you want.
You can find us at ccrsport.com. Free shipping, no sales tax. We ship these things every day.
I'm the co-founder and the inventor of the Hitch Hotel. I started it 9.5 years ago. The original intent was to hang it off of a trailer hitch and not use wheels, but it started getting heavier and heavier and heavier, and finally I said we got to put wheels on it. In 2019 is when I came up with a prototype for the wheeled version, which is basically what you see here. In 2020 we were ready to go to market. We had our manufacturer set up in Foshan, China, but we consistently improved the product over the course of the last 3 years. We added a storage box to it. This storage box carries the onboard inverter with a 100 amp hour battery. It carries the 300 watt solar panel that sits up on the roof. It carries the onboard modular heater, and we have an optional air conditioning system as well. That's about $1,000 for the air conditioning system. So basically what it does is it goes down the road, it looks like this. This rack is a added rack that unpins right here and unpins from the bottom. The rack comes out, and the Hitch Hotel stands alone without that rack on there. But I built this for the motorcycle world. What happens is, this is what it looks like when it's closed. It's got D-rings here that you can mount 2 mountain bikes in or tow your cargo down, tie it down on the inside. And basically what happens is, you pull these two, you take this rear stabilizer first, you pull the stabilizer out. It normally has a pin there, but we don't need it right now. You set the stabilizer. The reason the stabilizer is there is so it won't tilt backwards when you're opening it, but with the motorcycle on it wouldn't do it anyway. Basically, you slide it out. It's very easy. Comes out to about here. You see where the leg's clear. Drop this leg, pull that pin, release the braking system, come to the other side, repeat. Release the brake, and then basically you can watch, you can stand out there and watch it, or in here, either way, but it's pretty cool. It basically comes out, rolls out, lays flat, you pin it in, and there's the Hitch Hotel. 7 feet 2 inches long, so hop up in there.
Yeah, I'm going to take a nap.
Look how much room there is. So you get another guy in there.
Dude, I'm not coming out. I'm in the shade. I got
Now
breeze
you-
through the window.
Sit right there.
Camera on.
Dude, no problem.
Look how much room's in here. Try and do that in a teardrop trailer. So hitchhotel.com is where they're available now. We're starting to set a dealer network up from the Utah this way. But right now you can get it directly from us. Our next shipment will be here in January, and we have 40 units available. Well, actually we only have 20. We have 40 coming with 20 available. So